Hey, lovely dancers. I want to spend a few minutes talking to you about a very sensitive subject in the dance world, and that is the subject of the mirror. What do you see when you look in the mirror? As dancers, you spend hours in front of the mirror, and we become quite trained to see our flaws, to see the things that are less than. You become trained to notice things, and you notice your feet, you notice your knees, you notice your hips, your ribs, your ankles, all of these pieces of your body as you look in a mirror. And you quickly jump into the I am less than mindset. I'm less than the girl standing in front of me whose leg is higher. I'm less than the person behind me whose foot is the banana, and my foot doesn't do that. And so these thoughts, as you go along, become bigger and bigger. These flaws can grow in size. And what I would like to say is that if you shared that thought pattern to the person beside you, they might be really surprised. They might be amazed that you're even thinking that way about yourself. Dance is super tough on our headspace. Dancers, what you see in the mirror is often clouded over with loads of emotion and a lot of mood, given day to day. Some days you're feeling top of the class and you're seeing all of the awesome things that you're doing and you're pleased with what you see in the mirror. And other days you are off your leg, things aren't going well, and you just feel terrible. And then there's that slippery slope, less than. Everything you see in the mirror just looks ugh. So my question stands, what do you see in the mirror? This powerful piece of glass that determines so much of your value and worth leads your thought life to places. But this powerful piece of glass is not living. It is just simply an object, and it does not have the power to speak to you. Your thoughts do. So catch yourself. What are you saying to yourself? Why is this important? Because it's super important that you start asking if your thoughts line up with truth. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. Your value and worth comes from something far greater than an object like a mirror. You've been made in His image. You are valued. You are worthy. You are loved. You are beautiful. You are creative. Because that is who He is. This is a huge subject, and it's one that warrants a conversation. I so wish I could jump out of my chair right now and into the screen and sit on your couch and have this conversation, because I know that, for one, you're not alone. There are so many people, so many dancers that struggle with this, that struggle with the relationship that they have with themselves in the mirror. So this pattern of thinking that starts to develop when you're in a dance class standing in front of a mirror, it may end one day because you may not be dancing forever, right? However, the patterns of thinking are getting laid down right now, and though you may stop dancing, you will find that if left unchecked, these patterns of thinking will remain with you or will follow you into other spaces in your life. So I ask you again, what do you see in the mirror? I see a child who is fearfully and wonderfully made, who is valued, who is worthy, who is loved, who is creative, and who is beautiful, who has been given an object that is not living to be used as a tool, simply a tool, not to define your worth, but to provide feedback. And so catch your thoughts today. Please catch your thoughts. Would you speak out loud the things you are telling yourself when you view yourself in the mirror? Would you speak them out loud to the girl standing next to you? So, lovely dancers, as you head off into your classes throughout this week, as you stand in front of the mirror, as you watch your peers around you, as you make evaluations by looking in this object, this thing we call the mirror, my hope is that you will be reminded to catch yourself, to catch the thoughts that are going on inside your head, and to hold them up to truth. and to ask yourself, is this truly a standard that I'm going to define myself by? Blessings.